One thing that is relatively new is that Apple have identified a growing opportunity in India. Juliana and I were speaking about that a couple of weeks ago. We were surprised also why it took them so long. But what are they saying about the opportunity to grow in that particular market at a time when the rest of the world, obviously, sales are beginning to decline?
Yeah, well, the dynamics in India are shifting for sure. I mean, the reason they've taken so long really to push forward with iPhone sales is because this was a market that was very accustomed to buying sort of $200-300 smartphones, usually from Chinese players, usually from Samsung's lower end range. But now what you are seeing is a bit more of an appetite for some of these higher priced models, the likes that Apple are selling at this point. So they see an opportunity here with a growing middle class, with consumers willing to spend more on smartphones. So that's why you're seeing that push now. They're saying, Tim Cook on the call, that there was a record quarter for the company in India. They said they saw strong double-digit growth year on year. So clearly there is growth happening. Important to recognize it's still a very small market for Apple, a very tiny percentage of revenues. Their market share generally in India is about 6% or so versus some of the bigger players like Xiaomi, like Samsung, and the Chinese smartphone makers who sort of still dominate that market. But there's good signs they're emerging. And it's not just about iPhone sales for Apple in India. It's also about manufacturing. They're increasing their manufacturing footprint as they sort of slightly try to pivot away from reliance on China, given the supply chain issues and the fragilities that were exposed last year. And so India is a twofold market for Apple. Yes, it's about iPhone sales, but also about boosting manufacturing.